Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the April 21st Council meeting. We have a special presentation of our colors this evening. If you would please stand, I would like to invite the Chino Valley Young Marines, led by Private First Class Hewitt, to lead us in the pledge.
Thank you. Please put your right hand over your heart and take off any headwear. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Let's give him a hand. Okay, next we have a proclamation, Donate Life Month. It's my honor this evening to proclaim the month of April 2026 as Donate Life Month in the city of Chino. I'd like to call up Robert Ralston, One Legacy Ambassador. Please join me up front. How are you?
Hi, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. And the proclamation reads, whereas organ, eye, tissue, marrow, and blood donation are life-giving acts recognized worldwide as expressions of compassion to those in need. More than 100,000 individuals nationwide and more than 20,000 in California are currently on the National Organ Transplant waiting list. And sadly, on average, 17 people die each day while waiting. Whereas one person can save 8 lives and enhance 75 others through organ, eye, and tissue donation. Any person can register to be an organ, eye, and tissue donor, regardless of age or medical condition. Being a registered donor does not impact the quality of life-saving medical care or a person receives that a person receives in emergency. California residents can sign up to be an organ, eye, and tissue donor when applying for or renewing their driver's licenses or ID cards at the California Department of Motor Vehicles. California residents can sign up with the Donate Life California Donor Registry online at any time by visiting www.donatelifecalifornia.org, or for Spanish speakers, www.vidacalifornia.org. And whereas California residents interested in saving a life through life-giving kidney donation may visit www.livingdonationcalifornia.org. Now, therefore, be it resolved that in recognition of National Donate Life Month, the month of April 2026 is hereby proclaimed Donate Life Month in the city of Chino, and we encourage all residents to leave a legacy through the power of organ, eye, and tissue donation. Robert?
Thank you. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My life was saved by the grace of God, miracles of modern medicine, and a man from Tennessee and his donor family. The phone rang for me. I was on the transplant waiting list for about 3 years, and I finally got that life-saving phone call. Like our wonderful, honorable mayor and my friend Eunice Uloa Mayor mentioned, there are actually 103,000 people waiting for the phone to ring right now to get that life-saving donation. I'll give you a little visual. If with 2028 Olympics on their way, they'll be here before we know it. The Los Angeles Coliseum that was built in like 1936 for the first Olympics here, that holds over 100,000 people. Imagine the opening ceremony at the Olympics and that place completely packed. That's how many people are waiting for the phone to ring right now. Like I said, it rang for me, and I got the gift, and I'm so grateful for it. I would like to mention, like Eunice also said, that 17 people, the phone won't ring for them tonight. They'll run out of time on that waiting list. I have some notes, but I'm not going to pull them out. I'm gonna wing it. But on a lighter note, in 2025, we had over 1,985 lives saved through organ donation. That's how many people were saved in 2025. Also, 1,580 people that were blind through cornea donation were given back their sight. So over 1,500 blind people got their sight back. So there is some amazing things going on with organ, eye, and tissue donation. First time in history of the world there was a bladder transplant. So they're getting better and better all the time and saving more lives all the time. But we really are just stemming the tide. The numbers of people that get on that transplant waiting list grows every year. When I became an ambassador, there was 126,000 people waiting for the phone to ring. We've got that down to 103,000 right now. But by fighting the good fight and by raising awareness like we're doing right now, like our wonderful fire department is doing, we've got the Donate Life flag flying on 13 fire stations throughout Chino Valley the whole month of April. And by raising awareness, we're changing that a little bit at a time. 99% of the donations come from that pink dot on your driver's license. The thing that really inspires me is the fact that only 50% of the people that have a driver's license have that pink dot on their license. I was really surprised when I heard that. So we got a lot of work to do. We're halfway there, but there are lots of people that could get that pink dot. And by raising awareness, by being here tonight, we can change all that. This proclamation will proudly be displayed at Azusa Pacific University on the 25th, coming right up Saturday the 25th. We have a 5K run walk that is put on by us and in honor of the DMV. About 5,000 to 15,000 people show up each year for this. There's food, music, lots of live music. They have a really big stage. They have some famous acts that come. There was a boy band there last year. I'm not a big boy band fan, but there was a big boy band. Everybody's go, oh, it's them, huh? And but it really is a great turnout at Azusa Pacific College. 5,000 to 15,000 people, 5K run walk. And this will be proudly displayed with proclamations from all the other mayors that have participated. Our fire district is one of the only fire districts that participates. And all of these will be on display at the Remembrance Garden, which is a spot where donors are honored for the people that lost their lives and like Eunice said, can save up to 8 lives. One person can save up to 8 lives. It's a really big deal, and we need to get the word out and make it happen more. This is wonderful things, and by you guys being here tonight, we're all changing the world just a little bit at a time. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Rupert.
Thank you.
It's always so nice to see you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, next we have recognition of the 2026 Chino Days Art Award recipients. As part of Chino Days, students enrolled in the Chino Valley Unified School District and Chino residents were encouraged to participate in Chino Days Art Contest. The contest was conducted in collaboration with Chino Cultural Foundation. This year's art contest theme was My Favorite Place in Chino. Winners were selected based on age and grade categories, and winning art pieces will be displayed on the entrance wall of the Carolyn Owens Community Center. I'd like to call it Brittany Zarkal, our Community Services Parks and Recreation Supervisor, and the Chino Days Art Contest Committee lead. Brittany?
Hello. Thank you. Good evening, everybody. Thank you, Mayor and members of the council, for allowing us to recognize these artists, young artists in Chino. So although due to inclement weather, unfortunately, Chino Days was canceled on April 11th and 12th, but we still had all of this wonderful art to display, so we definitely wanted to recognize them tonight. So all of my winners, once you hear your name, if you could go ahead and come on up and hold on to your certificates, and we'll take a picture. So starting with category ages 5 to 7, in third place, we have Rosie Chen. In second place, we have Enzo Shen. This side. In first place, we have Isaac Liam. Come on up, buddy. So congratulations to our winners for category ages 5 to 7. Next up, we have category ages 8 to 10. In third place, we have Kairi Kuo. In second place, we have Luna Chu. And in first place, we have Destiny Shen. Okay, congrats again to ages 8 to 10 category. And for our category ages 11 to 13, in second place, we have Saili Shrew. And in first place, we have Jaylin Wu. Great job. Yes. Art is displayed on the screen, so make sure you take a look. And then finally, in our last category, we have ages 14 to 17. In second place, we have Jade Barella. And in first place, we have Alexandra Almanza. Thank you again for allowing us to recognize them. Congratulations to all of these wonderful young artists here in Chino. Yes, we'll stay up for a picture. Can you guys scoot in a little bit? We'll have you kind of, maybe you guys can stand like more towards the back. Let's see. You can scoot in right. Get some tall ones. Thank you, guys. You guys can go ahead and go to your seats. Yes. Oh, one more. Great. Thank you, guys.
Next, we have our business of the month. The first business of the month is a great place to get outdoors right here in Chino. For the month of April 2026, I would like to congratulate Prado Park Equestrian Center as one of our businesses of the month. Will the representative from the business, owner Jennifer Serpa, please join me up front? Prado Equestrian Center sits on 13 beautiful acres here in Chino. With over 100 horses and trainers, they provide boarding services, host annual horse shows, as well as year-round community events. The team at Prado Equestrian are proud to host equine education days for children and families as a way to encourage people to get outdoors and enjoy nature as a family. They aim to bring community together through shared values of kindness, inclusion, love of horses, and the great outdoors. This business has been in Jennifer's family for over 40 years. When searching for a place to start their small business, they felt Chino and the Equestrian Center had the room they needed to grow in a beautiful natural environment that has become their lifelong home. Join me in congratulating one of our April 2026 Businesses of the Month recipients, Prado Park Equestrian Center. Jennifer, I have this certificate for you, and it reads, congratulations to Prado Park Equestrian Center, April 2026 Chino Business of the Month. The City of Chino thanks you for being a part of the Chino community, and it's presented this day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. How's your mom?
She's good. I'll just say, being a part of the community in Chino here my whole life, I've watched it grow and really blossom, and it's really an honor to be able to sort of keep a piece of what it was long ago, sort of farm life and horse life here. And we invite everyone to come anytime it's open to the public. And we hope that the next generation will learn to enjoy and, enjoy the outdoors and enjoy the farm life that Chino does still represent to a lot of us. Yes, thank you very much, Eunice.
We, when we used to like to go camping, we always picked the camping spots next to the trail where all the horses went by. Yes, yeah, I have 3 horses in my backyard, so, and I've known her mom for a long time, Carol. Yeah.
I've known you for
For a long time.
Well, yeah, small, like the little one.
Yeah, yeah, well, let's get a picture.
On 3, 1, 2, and 3.
Our next business of the month is a trusted dentist in our community. For the month of April 2026, I would like to congratulate Barsoom Dental Care as one of our businesses of the month. With over 30 years of experience, Dr. Maher Barsoom and his team take great pride in providing dental services of the highest quality. Patients praise Barsoom Dental for their amazing staff, pain-free procedures, and post-visit follow-up calls done by Dr. Barsoom himself. Dr. Barsoom and his team could not be here tonight. Their award will be delivered to them following the meeting. And that's it.
That's it.
Prior to the start of our meeting, we did have a closed session that I recused myself from. I would like to ask our attorney to report out any action that was taken during closed session.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council, and all those present. The council met in closed session, as explained by the mayor, with the mayor not participating and abstaining from the closed session room. The balance of the council held the discussion on the item on the agenda, namely conference with real property negotiator concerning the 2 parcels on Francis Avenue, 5412 and 0. The negotiating party being Grand West Coast Investment LLC, under negotiation, price and terms of potential acquisition. City Council received an update on the potential to acquire that parcel and held a discussion, and no action was taken. That concludes the report. Thank you, Mayor.
Okay, City Manager, do we have any agenda additions or revisions?
No changes, Mayor.
Okay. Under information within our packet is the external agency report for April 21st. I would encourage you to access that online. Next, under public announcements, first, I wanted to thank you for joining us as we celebrated Chino during our 2026 State of the City address on Tuesday, April 14th at the Chaffee College Chino Community Center. The theme for this year was Always Home, and we showcased everything we continue to do to keep Chino a wonderful place to live, no matter how much we grow. I'd also like to thank Oral Hirschheiser for joining us as well. To watch the entire State of the City address, please visit cityofchino.org/SOTC. Now next, don't miss the annual Kiwanis Corn Feed Run Car Show and Cruise happening this Saturday, April 25th from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. right here on City Hall. The Corn Feed Run will transform downtown Chino into a massive classic car show featuring a 13-block cruise route and hundreds of beautiful classic cars and trucks, as well as a live DJ and local vendors. For more information, please visit chinokiwanis.com. And finally, join us as we celebrate our planet during the annual Earth Day celebration happening this Thursday, April 23rd from 4 to 7 p.m. at Chino Creek Wetlands and Education Park, located at 6075 Kimball Avenue in Chino. In partnership with the Inland Empire Utilities Agency, this free and exciting event will feature educational activities, environmental exhibits, animal encounters, giveaways, a tour of the park, food vendors, and more. To learn more, visit cityofchino.org/Earth Day. Next on our agenda is public communication. This is the time and the place for the general public to address the council on items that are not elsewhere on the agenda. While we encourage you to voice your concerns or opinions, we cannot take action on anything that's not actually on the agenda. Our first written request to speak is Chaplain Marco Miranda from the Chino Valley Fire District. He's going to lead us in an invocation, so I encourage all those who would like to join us to please stand.
Good evening, Mayor, Council, attendees. Father God, we welcome you here to this meeting. We thank you for your great love, grace, and mercy towards us. I pray that you would give the council wisdom to make good decisions that would honor and please you as they serve the people of Chino. I pray for all the first responders of this city, fire, paramedics, and police, that you would protect them and bring them home safe tonight. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you very much, Marco. Okay, next, for an SCE introduction, we have Shane, is it Wassard?
No, it's Masood. It's okay.
Wasood.
Well, good evening, Mayor and Council. Again, my name is Shane Masood. I would like to introduce myself as the new Government Relations Manager for Southern California Edison. Over the past few weeks, I've had the chance to meet with city staff and connect with several of you. I'm looking forward to continuing that engagement as well as building on the strong relationship that my predecessor set, Melissa Boyd. I would be remiss if I didn't acknowledge all of her dedication and hard work over the last several years. In my role, I work closely with the cities and communities across SCE's service territory, really to support collaboration, communication, and coordination on shared priorities. While I previously supported cities in the Coachella Valley, I now work with the cities of Chino Hills, Yucaipa, Yucca Valley, 29 Palms, as well as the communities in the unincorporated area of the San Bernardino Mountains. I'm from the Inland Empire, born and raised here, so I really take pride in watching our region succeed. Before I wrap up, I did want to share that Edison International, that's SCE's parent company, is currently accepting applications for our Line Workers Scholarship. This supports individuals who are interested in pursuing a career as a line worker with Edison. This scholarship is a $25,000 scholarship that helps with tuition and other materials necessary. We are accepting applications until May 8th of this year. So thank you for your time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for being here and welcome to this area. Next, we have a written request from Sophia Cohen.
Hi, good evening, Mayor, City Council, staff. Again, my name is Sophia Cohen. I'm the field representative for Assembly Member Michelle Rodriguez that's assigned to the City of Chino. And I'm excited to announce we have an event coming up in the month of May. It's called Stay Safe, Stay Independent, Senior Safety and Driving Workshop. The event is going to feature 2 workshops, one from AAA called Keeping the Keys that will include information on safe driving tips, tools for independence, and resources for seniors. And then another presentation by the California Department of Insurance that is a senior scam prevention workshop focused on spotting and avoiding scams, protecting your finances, and staying alert and informed. The event will be hosted on May 15th at the Montclair Senior Center. It is a free event open to seniors, family members, and caregivers. We'll also feature a couple of resource booths, give out information for seniors and families, as well as an opportunity drawing and giveaway. So I hope to see you all there. Thank you.
Thank you, Sophia. Next, we have Melissa Campani.
Well, good evening, Mayor, council members, staff, and of course, our residents of Chino. My name is Melissa, and I am here representing your county supervisor, Kurt Hagman, and I do have a couple of wonderful events that are coming up, and so I'd like to make sure that everyone knows about them. The first one I'm going to tell you about is Supervisor Hagman's open house. which will take place Wednesday, May the 20th, and that'll be from 5 to 7 p.m. in front of his district office, which is 14010 City Center Drive, and that is in Chino Hills. So please come join Supervisor Hagman and different county departments for fun, food, and access to regional resources and information. I do have a flyer. We have a long list of county departments that are going to come out. If you have ever wanted to talk with one of these departments, it's a very, very good opportunity. We're a long way from the city center in San Bernardino, and so it's very nice that they come out once a year so that our constituents can have a chance to talk with them. And then also other resources like the AQMD, just a tremendous amount of resources for us. We do have food. It will be provided by the Chino Valley Professional Firefighters and Chino Police Officers Association. We have snacks provided by Chino Hills COP Cops. Please bring your whole family. I have a phone number for you if you would like more information, 909-465-5265. We do ask that you RSVP just so we have kind of a head count. And it is Supervisor Hagman, it's HAGMAN.eventbrite.com, and it's all free of charge. There's never any charge for something like this. So please come out and visit us. One that we talked about before, Councilmember Burton, we have Supervisor Hagman hosting a low-cost spay, neuter, and vaccine clinic. So just a couple of notes on that. The spay and neuter portion, it goes really fast. But this time as an option, if you really need something done, we are going to have a standby line. So if you do that, you need to make sure that you don't feed your animal the night before, etc. There are special directions on Supervisor Hagman's website. There are no guarantees. What we have learned is there will be a few people who simply don't show up for their appointments, and we want to make sure that we can serve every animal possible. So if that is something of interest to you, the next date is April the 26th, and the location is at the Alma Hoffman Park, 5201 Benito Street, and that is in the city of Montclair. Remember, it's not a great chance. If you see 100 people in that standby line, we know those aren't real good odds. But if you want to be there early, and someone chooses not to show up, then we can certainly use you. You can fill that space. And also, we'd like to encourage the vaccine portion of the event. You do not need an appointment. The vaccines and services will include rabies, the FVRCP. There's a list of them. I won't go on with you, but the prices are very reasonable. So if you needed some vaccines for your animal, they're even going to carry the rattlesnake vaccine, which I do get for my dogs. But at any rate, please come for the vaccine portion if you need those vaccines.
What time are those?
Okay, the vaccines are available from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And this is all taking place at the same time, April the 26th at the Alma Hoffman Park in Montclair. And one last one, we'll make it really quick. Coming up soon, just so everybody has a chance to get ready, is Supervisor Hagman's document shredding event. This event is free. It's a wonderful event going to be taking place here in partnership with the City of Chino, Saturday, June the 6th. The trucks are there ready to shred, 9 a.m. to 12 noon, unless the trucks reach capacity, in which case they do have to close. The location will be right here, Chino City Hall. The address is 13220 Central Avenue in the city of Chino. We ask that you pre-register, and the address for that will be Hagman Shred 0626.eventbrite.com. We're trying to do two separate lines, one for people who've pre-registered and one for the people who haven't, and we're hoping it moves a little faster. The shredding truck will destroy the documents right there on site, which is a wonderful thing. We're asking for no battery CDs, binders, DVDs, plastics, or x-rays, etc. And we are also asking that you limit your shredding items to 3 standard-sized filing boxes of documents per vehicle so that we have enough room to serve all of the residents who want this service. If we have room at the end, then we can circle back at the room. We're willing to take everything we possibly can to get all that important information out of the wrong hands. So thank you very much. We appreciate you, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Melissa. Next written request to speak, Mr. Michael Sherman.
Hello, Council. I'm a resident of City of Chino for 12 years now, I think. I'm on 11828 Monte Vista Avenue. I'm writing today to respectfully urge the City Council to review and update the city's residential landscaping standards and code enforcement practices. Chino is a diverse and growing community, and many residents, including myself, wish to create attractive, functional, and environmentally responsible landscapes. This includes a wide range of styles: traditional lawns, water-wise xeriscapes, native plant gardens, and even productive food-producing landscapes. As long as these choices create no measurable harm or nuisance to neighboring properties, such as fire hazards, excessive weeds, spreading seeds around, flooding, or visual blight that clearly affects property values, residents should have the freedom to choose landscaping that fits their needs, budgets, water conservation goals, and personal values. Unfortunately, current municipal code uses language that's subjective, like terms like substandard or neat or orderly, without clear objective criteria. The vagueness makes it difficult for residents to know exactly what is expected when compliance has been achieved, even after making good faith efforts to address code enforcement concerns. Enforcement that relies heavily on complaints can also lead to inconsistent application across similar properties, raising questions about fairness and predictability. I respectfully ask the council to consider placing this matter on a future agenda and to direct staff to evaluate the following: whether the current landscaping standards are sufficiently clear, objective, and measurable, or whether they are unintentionally restrict reasonable differences in landscape design and plant choices, whether enforcement practices are applied consistently and focus primarily on actual impacts to neighboring properties rather than purely aesthetic preferences, whether the city can provide better guidance, examples, or updated definitions that reflect modern best practices in water conservation, sustainability, and diverse residential landscaping, whether fine structures are appropriate when standards themselves lack sufficient clarity. Also, in regards to my specific property on a large street like Monte Vista, setbacks for line of sight visibility for the streets. I understand for smaller streets, it may be a bigger issue. For large streets with lots of visibility, it's less of an issue. Many communities across California have successfully modernized their codes to accommodate drought-tolerant native or edible landscapes while still protecting neighbors from legitimate nuisances. Chino has the opportunity to do the same, balancing community standards with individual property rights and environmental responsibility. Given that my own property is currently subject to code enforcement action under these existing subjective standards, I respectfully request the city place any further enforcement actions or fines related to my landscaping on hold until the council has had the opportunity to review and clarify the standards. This pause would allow for a fair process while the city works toward clearer, more objective guidelines that better serve all residents. Additionally, I would like to respectfully note an area of concern regarding public interactions with city staff. In my experience, I was discouraged from recording a public interaction involving city business. Clear guidance for both staff and residents on recording rights in public settings would help reduce confusion and build greater trust between the public and the city employees. I appreciate your time and leadership on these important quality of life issues. I would welcome the opportunity to participate in any discussion or provide additional input as a resident who cares deeply about responsible landscaping in our community. Respectfully, Michael Sherman. I have letters. I know you have many of them. I have 2 that you already have and 2 that you do not already have. They're letters of support. And that's all I have.
Thank you very much. Okay, those are the only written requests I have to speak. Is there anyone else in the audience that would like to address the council on any item that is not on the agenda? Okay, we have a tradition here, and that is any students that are in the audience, we ask them to come up introduce themselves, state while they're here, what class they're attending, school, and teacher. So I know we have one gentleman here this evening.
Good evening, Madam Mayor and City Council. The reason why I'm here is I had the great opportunity given to me by my great father over there in the back corner to connect me with Councilman Flores. Councilman Flores has taken the, opportunity for just simply talking to me, which greatly appreciated, sir. To, connecting me with you, Madam Mayor, you, Councilman Burton, and I don't believe I met you, Councilman
I have that
Comstock.
familiar face, but you have not met me.
It was the city manager. That's who it was. Sorry about that. I'm here. I'm a student at Ayala High School, next door neighbor to the city, class of 2027. And while I have this opportunity, I really want to express my extreme gratitude for Councilman Flores. Thank you so much, sir. It's
Give
truly
us your
fun.
name for the record.
Oh, Lucas Martinez. Sorry about that.
Thank you, Lucas.
Thank you, sir.
This young man is only 16. Amazing. I thought he was at least 25.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for being here this evening.
Thank you so much, Madam Mayor. Thank you so much. Pleasure to meet you too, ma'am. Thank you, especially Councilman Flores. Have a great rest of your evening.
Thank you very much. Okay, we'll move on now to the consent calendar. Do any council members wish to have any items pulled? Seeing none, I would entertain a motion and a second. Okay, there's a motion from Mayor Pro Tem Burton, second from Councilmember Lucio. Please vote. The item passes unanimously. Under new business, item number 7, authorize the City of Chino to join Public Risk Innovation Solutions and Management for fiscal year 2026-27 for general and excess municipal liability insurance coverage. This is to adopt a resolution authorizing the city to join PRISM for fiscal years 26-27 for general and excess municipal liability insurance coverage. Terry Doyle, our Director of Community Resources and Risk Management, as well as Crystal Murilla, Deputy Director of Human Resources and Risk Management, will provide our staff report this evening.
Good evening, Madam Mayor and members of the City Council and staff. Tonight's presentation is a follow-up to the February 10th study session regarding the city's potential membership into a Joint Powers Insurance Authority, also known as a JPA. At that meeting, the City Council directed staff to move forward with membership into Public Risk Innovation Solutions and Management, otherwise known as PRISM, with an effective date of July 1st, 2026. Tonight's presentation will highlight key points from the February 10th study session, as well as present a comparison of the city's current coverages and premiums to PRISM. As part of the membership process, staff is requesting the City Council formally adopt Resolution Number 2026-025, approving the city's membership into PRISM. Next, I would like to turn the presentation over to Deputy Director Crystal Murillo to provide a recap of the February 10th study session and a comparison of the city's current coverages and PRISM.
Before we discuss the February 10th study session, we wanted to briefly highlight again the city's insurance history and how we came to our current insurance coverages. From 1996 to 2007, the City of Chino participated in an insurance pool called the Independent Cities Risk Management Authority. Due to the high cost of claims, which created financial instability within the pool, the city decided to leave ICRMA and obtain standalone insurance coverage. Under standalone coverage, the city purchases its insurance directly from commercial carriers. The city obtains its insurance through an insurance broker who helps the city understand its risks, reviews coverage options, and recommends strategies to reduce costs and claims. Tegner Mill Insurance was the city's insurance broker up until 2016. Since then, the city's insurance broker has been Aon Risk Insurance Services West. This slide is an overview of the key points we discussed with the City Council during the February 10th study session. During this study session, staff presented 4 different joint powers insurance authorities for City Council's consideration, with the purpose to find a JPA that could provide lower out-of-pocket deductibles for the city, along with higher insurance coverage limits to better protect the city from significant financial costs. The 4 JPAs that were presented to the City Council were the California Joint Powers Risk Management Authority, the California Intergovernmental Risk Authority, the Public Entity Risk Management Authority, and Public Risk Innovation Solutions and Management. Out of the 4 JPAs, staff recommended PRISM as the best comprehensive choice, as the JPA offers the best coverage limits, lower out-of-pocket deductibles, and the ability to allow the city to choose its own third-party administrators to help manage the city's general liability and workers' compensation claims. At the conclusion of the study session, City Council directed staff to pursue membership with PRISM for fiscal year 2026 to 2027 with a lower out-of-pocket deductible of $1 million for general liability coverage and $500,000 for workers' compensation coverage effective July 1, 2026. This slide provides a comparison between the city's current insurance coverages and the coverages the city will be receiving through PRISM. Since the February 10th study session, we have received all premium estimates from PRISM, allowing for a complete side-by-side review. The main takeaway is the significant improvement in both coverage limits and out-of-pocket deductibles with PRISM. For example, coverage for general liability will increase from $20 million to $15 million with PRISM. And coverage for property, which includes city buildings, will increase from $3 million. And we just learned that the coverage limit for property coverage through PRISM will actually increase from $700 million to $1 billion, offering greater protection to the city. PRISM also offers lower out-of-pocket deductibles, which help reduce the city's financial exposure. For example, the city's general liability out-of-pocket deductible will decrease from $5 million to $1 million with PRISM, and the city's workers' compensation deductible would be set at a lower out-of-pocket deductible at $500,000 with PRISM, which is for both sworn safety and non-safety claims. The total premium increase of approximately $1.28 million also includes $640,000 for property coverage and aviation coverage. In return, the city gains substantially greater protection through higher coverage limits and significantly reduced out-of-pocket deductibles. This slide will highlight the city's membership timeline into PRISM. The first major milestone is tonight's request to the City Council to approve the city's membership into PRISM, which includes authorizing the city manager to execute all required agreements and designate the city manager as the city's PRISM board representative and the director of human resources and risk management as the alternate representative. Next, on May 6th, the PRISM Underwriting Committee will meet for final underwriting approval. Then on June 5th, the PRISM board will conduct its formal approval of the city's membership. And finally, once all approvals are complete, the city's membership will become effective on July 1, 2026. In summary, joining PRISM includes stronger coverage, reduced risk exposure, and enhanced support and resources. Without adequate coverage, the city could be exposed to substantial financial risks. Although the total premium cost for PRISM will be higher, the value lies in greater coverage and lower out-of-pocket deductibles for general liability and workers' compensation, which help us protect the city from major losses. Tonight, staff's recommendation is to adopt resolution number 2026-025, approving the city's membership into PRISM and allow the city manager to execute all agreements as well as formally appoint the city's designated PRISM board representatives. This concludes the presentation. We are available to answer any questions. We also have Courtney Ramirez here tonight with us for to help answer questions regarding PRISM as well.
Is there anyone in the audience that would like to address the council on this item? Okay, seeing none, do we have any council questions or comments?
No.
No? Okay, then I would entertain a motion in a second, please, verbally.
Make the motion, Mayor.
Okay, motion from Councilmember Comstock, second from Councilmember Flores. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. Item number 8. This item is to approve the consolidation, amendment, and reconciliation of Lewis Company's construction credit reimbursement agreements for circulation development impact fees, or DIFs. First Amendment to Contract Number 2025-167 for the Preserve Circulation DIF Program and acceptance of the updated Circulation DIF credit reimbursement reconciliation for various project-specific development projects through May 31st, 2025. Our Contracts and DIF Administrator, Sylvia Ramos, and our Director of Public Works, Hai-Jin Lee, will provide our staff report this evening.
Good evening, Madam Mayor and members of the City Council. As you may be aware, the city is nearing completion of its development impact fee nexus study with the city's consultant, Wildan, and anticipates presenting the report to the City Council at a study session in June 2025. As part of the nexus study update, staff conducted a comprehensive audit and reconciliation of the DIF credits and reimbursements for the master developer, Lewis Companies, across all fee categories. This effort included a detailed retroactive review of every building permit issued from 2004 through May 31st, 2025, to confirm that the correct fee schedules were applied, land uses were properly classified, and all fees were accurately calculated and collected. As a result, minor adjustments, both increases and decreases as applicable, have been made to the credits previously issued to Lewis under several active agreements, which will be discussed in detail. It should be noted that the report tonight is limited to the Preserve Circulation DIF reconciliation for this evening. The following items will be presented for your consideration. An amendment number 1 to the Master Streets Agreement, which includes Lewis's improvements from 2004 to 2019, and the reconciliation of credits and reimbursements for project-specific agreements and the repayment agreements with Lewis. To give a brief history, the Preserve Development Agreement required Lewis to construct major circulation improvements to support build-out within the preserve. In doing so, Lewis completed several eligible improvements, including streets and traffic signals that qualify for reimbursement or credit under the city's circulation DIF program. On November 19, 2024, the city and Lewis executed contract 2025-167, which serves as the Master Streets Agreement for projects constructed between 2004 and 2019. It's important to note that prior to 2019, the city did not have a formal DIF policy in place. Because of that, all eligible improvements constructed during that timeframe had to be retroactively reconciled under one agreement. This agreement establishes the validated costs of the improvements completed, documents the credits issued to Lewis, and identifies the remaining balance owed to the developer. The original validated cost came in at approximately $35.1 million. Following execution of this agreement, staff identified another $2.9 million in additional eligible improvement costs associated with tract maps 18840 and 19994, known as the Harvest Project and the Block 4 development, that were not included in the original reconciliation. This was not intentional, but rather the result of timing. At the time the agreement was finalized, these costs were still being completed and validated and were subsequently submitted through later CFD payment requests, specifically number 61, another 61 supplement 1, and 62. So as a result, contract 20 25-167 needs to be amended to capture those costs, bringing the total validated cost from approximately $35.1 million to $38 million, as shown in the table. Carrying forward the revised total validated costs under the agreement of $38 million, staff then deducts the cash reimbursements received by the developer along with the circulation diff credits issued to date to establish a remaining balance owed to Lewis. As noted previously, all credits were thoroughly reviewed with minor adjustments, and the adjustments were made wherever applicable. Under the reconciled totals, the Master Street Agreement, Lewis received $4 million in cash reimbursement in December 2024, along with approximately $28.5 million in circulation diff credits. After applying the reimbursement and credits, the total validated cost of the improvements, the remaining balance of approximately $5.5 is still owed to the developer moving forward. We are now transitioning into the project-specific agreements. This distinction is important because beginning in 2019, the city implemented a policy requiring that the developer constructing DIF-eligible improvements and seeking DIF credit must enter into an agreement with the city prior to building permit issuance. This policy significantly improved transparency and accountability and makes it much easier for staff to track and reconcile credits moving forward. The agreements listed in the table document the eligible circulation infrastructure tied to the specific tracks and phases of development. Collectively, the credits account for $10.7 million in circulation diff credit issued to the developer through May 31st, 2025. As with prior reconciliation efforts, these credits were thoroughly audited. Only minor adjustments were identified and no significant findings were reported. Moving along to the covenant agreements with Lewis related to the prepayment of circulation DIF for projects along Pine Avenue. Originally, Lewis was required to construct Pine Avenue improvements between Euclid and Johnson Avenue. However, that obligation was later shifted to the city, and ultimately, we assumed the responsibility for delivering the project. As a result, the developer was required to prepay a portion of the circulation diff to ensure that the funding would be available for the future improvements. I do want to clarify one important point regarding the prepayment amount. While Lewis's total circulation diff obligation for these developments was $7.2 million, the developer was only required to prepay 65% of that obligation, which is $4.6 million as part of this arrangement. These prepayments were collected through development activity associated with Van Vliet and Block 4. As part of the reconciliation, staff conducted a full audit of all the prepaid balances and credit applications through May 31st, 2025. The results confirm the following. Block 4 has no more remaining credit balance, and Van Vliet, track 20161, has a remaining balance of approximately $169,977.90. Just as a reminder, when a developer makes a cash contribution toward DIF-eligible improvements, it's treated the same as if they constructed the public improvement. As such, those contributions are eligible for DIF credit. Okay, lastly, this slide is just an administrative process that we wanted to highlight in the staff report because we did do an audit of all the fees that Lewis is actually, the fees that they have to pay. So since we had to true up all of the building permits, we wanted to make sure that the fees we charged them were actually correct. So this slide highlights the fees for which Lewis is required to make a direct payment. These categories are not eligible for credit or reimbursement. And as part of that audit, staff identified that Lewis owed the city approximately $160,000 in admin fees, along with smaller amounts for police and fire. These amounts have been invoiced. At the same time, the audit determined that Lewis is entitled to a refund of approximately $309,567 from the congestion management program fees, along with a small amount in general facilities fees. Staff is in the process of issuing these refunds because the original fees were offset through CFD 2003-3. A corresponding accounting adjustment is required, so we'll be working with Webb & Associates to ensure that the adjustment is completed in a legally compliant and fiscally defensible manner while avoiding any duplication of funding. Therefore, it is staff's recommendation to the City Council to approve the First Amendment to Contract 2025-167 for the preserve circulation diff projects constructed between 2004 and 19 in the amount of $2,944,627.25 for a revised total contract amount not to exceed $38,076,155.62, and accept the updated circulation diff credit and reimbursement reconciliation for project-specific developments in the amount of $10,720,544.70 through May 31st, 2025. That concludes my report, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Sylvia. Is there anyone in the audience who would like to address the council on this item? Seeing none, any council comments, questions? Okay, entertain a motion and a second verbally, please.
I'll make the motion.
Second. Motion from Councilmember Lucio, second from Mayor Pro Tem Burton. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. Item number 9, purchase of real property at 13272 6th Street. Adopt a resolution authorizing the purchase and sale of real property and joint escrow instructions to acquire the property at 13272 6th Street. Staff report this evening will be provided by our attorney, Fred Galante.
Thank you, Mayor, members of the council, and all those present. The item before the council is the consideration of an agreement for the purchase of property at 13272 6th Street. The purchase price is for $2.5 million plus $11,000 for due diligence, escrow, and title and related costs. The city did a comparative analysis between the appraisal that it received from Dover Spike and Associates back in March of last year versus the seller's appraisal, and that comparative analysis supported the valuation of the property at $2.5 million. The property consists of approximately 2.38 acres and is improved with a 70-plus-year-old commercial building of approximately 67,000 square feet. As required in the purchase agreement, the city will make a deposit of $60,000 and retains the right to terminate the agreement during the due diligence period, which is 90 days after the sellers provide us with any documentation related to the site. If the city terminates the agreement, finds that the property is in a condition that is not satisfactory within those 90 days, it may do so and get the entirety of the $60,000 back. If it doesn't do it within that time, it could terminate the purchase but would forfeit the deposit. There is a tenant on the property related to the seller's business, and they operate a commercial cabinet manufacturing business on the property. But the agreement requires that the property be delivered free of any tenants. So the escrow period is set at 70 days after the due diligence period, but the seller retains the right to extend that for up to 90 days so that it may complete the termination and vacation of the tenant so that the property can be delivered free and clear. The city is proposing to acquire the property for future uses, complementing the adjacent Civic Center. At its meeting on April 15th, 2026, the Planning Commission, with a vote of 6-0 with one member abstaining, found that the acquisition for that purpose is in conformance with the city's general plan. With that, I'm happy to answer any questions.
Thank you very much, Fred. Anyone in the audience want to address the council on this item? Seeing none, council comments? You guys are quiet tonight. Okay, I'll entertain a motion and a second verbally, please.
I'll make the motion, Mayor.
Second.
Motion from Councilman Flores, second from Councilman Lucio. Please vote. Item passes unanimously. Next on the agenda is mayor and council reports. I'll go through mine very quickly. Wednesday, April 8th, I attended the mayor's prayer breakfast. Thursday, April 9th, I attended the Omnitrans Admin and Finance Committee. Friday, April 10th, I attended the Chino Valley Fire District's Fire Ops 101. I wasn't able to stay the whole time, but I was able to be there for part of it. It's very exciting, and I hope that, Jeremy, you guys hold that again, because I'm not going to go into the burn room ever. But it was very interesting to watch everything. And I encourage other council members to attend if they have this again. It was very, very interesting. I had to leave that early. Unfortunately, a neighbor of ours, Cindy Lai, passed away, and I attended her funeral and celebration of life. Monday, April 13th, I attended the Seroptimus Bingo, and for the first time in 43 years, I won a bingo.
Congratulations.
I actually won a bingo. Yay. Amazing. I was shocked, Stubby, I was shocked. See, on Tuesday, April 14th, we had the State of the City. And again, I want to thank staff for all their hard work. It turned out really, really nice. And Oral Hershiser surprised us by actually showing up. So that was really nice, and I think the audience was really thrilled. Thursday, April 16th, I attended SBCTA Transit and Metro Valley Committee meeting. Friday, April 17th, was Grandparents' Day at OC Elementary School. We still have one small grandchild. She's 9, so I got to attend that. That was fun. Saturday, April 18th, I attended the funeral and celebration of life of Dick Vandermeulen. Monday, April 20th, yesterday I attended a Zoom regarding priorities within our community and plans to move forward. Tuesday, today, Mayor Pro Tem Burton, several staff members, and I attended a meeting at Ontario to discuss water issues that we have in common. And I would like to encourage everyone to please attend the Corn Feed Run car show this weekend. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's always a great event. It's like a big family reunion. It's very interesting because there's pockets of car lovers in areas that have been together for years and years and years. It's really, really fun. Mayor Pro Tem Burton.
Thank you, Mayor. On the 14th, I attended the State of the City. The 15th, I attended the Planning Commission meeting. And then on the 16th, the Water Master Advisory Committee meeting. On the 20th, my one-on-one with the city manager, and I followed that up with a priorities meeting with the mayor. And then I finished off the day with the attendance of the Cultural Arts Foundation meeting. Very, very great organization here in town. Today, I attended the a water issues meeting again with the mayor and our staff. And then to wrap it up, a closed session right before the city council meeting. And that's all I have, Mayor.
Okay, Councilmember Comstock.
Thank you, Mayor. I only have one comment tonight. Melissa, could I invite you back up to the podium just really quick? I want to speak to the state of the city, Mayor. That event just gets better and better for us every year. To our staff and all the hard work that we accomplished this year, we should be proud of ourselves and what it is we're accomplishing. But one of the things, Melissa, I'm happy you're here today is we made a mistake at the State of the City. You know, in spite of having Mr. Hershiser there and all the exciting things, which was phenomenal. I think we were all floored when Oral was there. During our video, we failed to actually recognize some of the good work that our county supervisor and Kurt Hagman has done for us and continues to do for us. So I'm happy you're here because even though there's a great event, and we also acknowledge some of the great work that we're doing with Norma Torres and our innovation facility, but what's important about this is, you know, government is working together in this community. We have a great relationship with the supervisor, our congresswoman, our assembly member, and our senator, and the supervisor is responsible for bringing us, you know, a couple $1 million in both our park project that we highlighted as well as our airship, our helicopter that's coming our way. So I just wanted to make sure tonight, since we failed to recognize him, but we did recognize the Congresswoman, that he got our most heartfelt apology for that. Could you please pass that on to him? I've actually already called and apologized to him for our oversight. And, when we do actually take possession of our helicopter, we will make sure to not make the same mistake, moving forward. But I just wanted to point that out to you.
Thank you.
And make sure that, Kurt knows how much we appreciate him and all he does for our community, and you for being here, weekly to update us with the things that the supervisor's doing for our area. So thank you, Melissa.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, and I will be sure to take that back to him. I'm sure he'll be very happy with that. So thank you all for all the work you do. Thank
You're welcome,
you.
Melissa. Thank you. That's going to conclude my report for tonight, Mayor.
Councilmember Flores.
Thank you, Mayor. Melissa, we all share the same sentiments. You and I spoke last week, so again, send our regards. On the 8th of April, I attended a ribbon cutting for the Prado Regional Park Improvement. On the 14th, I attended the State of the City. And Mayor, I gotta say, still to today, I still think your FaceTiming or Hershiser, if you guys haven't seen the video, I mean, they were going back and forth, and I promise you, Mayor, you did such a good job at timing that. That was really good. And on the 17th, I attended the carbon ribbon cutting ceremony, another business that opened up recently, homegrown business, two young men who are, grown men now with their families. It's always great to see people opening up businesses in town who were born and raised here in the city of Chino. But with that, Mayor, that concludes my comments. Thank you.
Councilmember Lucio.
Yeah, I'll keep mine short. On the 10th, I attended the Chino Valley Fire Training 101. Sophia and I were the only ones that got into the burn house. But it was good, and it was interesting the way the fire works. But I thank you guys for putting on that training for us. On the 11th, I attended the grand opening of the club on Main Street over in the Preserve. And then we walked the facility with Randall Lewis, and then we walked some of the new communities that are coming in. And we had an opportunity to meet some of the folks that are looking to buy in Chino, and some of them are born and bred in Chino, and they want to stay here. So it was exciting to connect with some of those folks out there that were looking to buy houses. On the 14th, I attended the Citizens Advisory Committee meeting. It's for CIM and CIW, and that was a mistake. The person that's actually retiring is the warden from CIW, not the warden from CIM. So the warden from CIM is remaining, and the warden from CIW is the one that's retiring. And then I attended the State of the City. It was even better than it was last year, so congrats, you guys did a really good job. And then on the 20th, I met with Council Member Comstock and Lisa Fraga. We're planning on defending our title at the Demolition Derby, and then obviously using the funds for the Thanksgiving giveaway. So we were in the planning stages of that. So we got together in the morning to discuss that.
You gonna drive this year?
No, it's my daughter's got to defend the title. So, and this morning I had a meeting with the city manager, and then I also had a meeting with a resident from the Preserve over in Homecoming by the name of Tamika Carter. And then after that, I had an opportunity to meet with Stubby, and we walked the Ivy, identified several issues that are going on within the Ivy, and I've discussed some of those with their city manager, so we're going to address some of those. And I'll end my report with that.
Okay. City Manager Reich.
My button wasn't working. No report, Mayor.
City Attorney Galante.
Just a short report. The bill that's SB 1439 that prohibits campaign contributions from parties or individuals who have pending licenses, entitlements, or contracts was originally $250 per 12-month period. It was raised last year to $500. I just wanted to note it wasn't raised again for 2026. I suspect it tracks the same cycle as the gift contribution limits under the FPPC, which remain at $630, which is the same as last year. Those I know get updated every other year, every odd year. So just wanted to note that. No further report.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do we have any director reports this evening? Sylvia this time.
Good evening, Mayor and City Council. Just wanted to share that the CSPR team is getting ready to kick off the annual Corporate Challenge event. This annual Corporate Challenge event will begin on Saturday, May 2nd at 9 a.m. at Ayala Park. The City of Chino, the defending champions, along with 10 other organizations and businesses will be participating in 19 events during the 2-week competition. Closing ceremonies will take place on May 16, and we're looking forward to seeing you on May 2nd at 9 a.m. at Ayala. Thank you.
Sylvia, can I have an ask for you for next year? So now that they're getting 200-something additional employees at CIM, they said they want to join next year and compete in the corporate challenge since our fire department no longer competes.
Okay.
Got to throw that out there, huh? Achievements, and here we go.
Good evening, Mayor, Member Council. So last Wednesday, we put on our Student Against Drunk Driving program at Chino High School. It was extremely impactful. We had the parents of Benjamin Matalo, who was tragically killed in 2020 from a DUI. He was riding his bicycle in front of Centennial High School. And so the parents spoke there at Chino High School. Very, very impactful. And I think it was you, Mayor. Normally we alternate them. We've in the past years past just because the amount of work that goes into putting on this event, and then we alternate between the two high schools. But I think it was your request, Mayor, last year that if it's possible for us to do both schools. And so we're doing that this year. So this Thursday we'll be doing it at Dalnugo High School. The fire department plays a very big role in that as well, in the mock traffic collision scene. So this is a spin-off from the every 15 minutes. We think it's improved, it's more efficient, and very impactful. And just a stat, so 29% of young drivers 15 to 20 years old are killed in crashes that had alcohol in their system. So, we do a lot of work that goes into both of these events, but if we're able to save just one person's life, by all means, it's totally worth it. So we're looking forward to another good event here on Thursday.
Thank you for doing both schools.
Absolutely.
Jeremy.
Yes, good evening, everyone. Jeremy Alt, Deputy Chief for the Chino Valley Fire District. I do want to begin by thanking those that attended. Apparently, the burn room wasn't hot enough for Councilmember Lucio's comments, but message received. But no, in all seriousness, we really appreciate the collaboration. Yes, we are making plans for next year. And yes, we will have different topics to be explored. So for those of you that attended this year, never failed, there'll be new information to share next year. So we encourage everyone to attend them. So again, thank you so much for attending, and we're looking forward to for next year. And only thing I also want to share is, just to keep it brief, is we did have 3 brand new firefighter paramedics begin our mini academy this last week. They've started their 2nd week. And we're looking forward to bringing them back to introduce them to the council soon. So with that, thank you so much and have a great evening.
Thank you very much, Jeremy. Okay, with that, we will adjourn to our next regular meeting on May 5th at 6 with closed session starting no earlier than 4. We are adjourned.